Let's take a closer look at the food security issue in Somalia, and for that we're joined by Etienne Peterschmitt, the FAO representative in the country. Thank you so much for joining us, Etienne. This is the first time that the Somali government has declared a state of emergency over drought in the country. Talk us through how we got here.
Good evening, and thank you for having me. You mentioned earlier on the figure of 3.5 million of people food insecure. But just to put things in perspective, the people that are directly affected by the drought as of today is estimated at around 2.6 million. If we look at this globally on the map, this is 66 districts out of 74 districts across the country. We also have a number of people that have been displaced due to the drought, and we estimate that number to be about 113. As you also rightly mentioned, we have faced a series of failed rainy season over the past years in 2020, in 2021, and the climate prospect for the coming months until next year look as if we are going to continue facing a lack of rain. And that obviously will impact farmers in terms of how much they will be able to produce and harvest, and even more so livestock owners. We have seen numerous livestock dead. I've been to the field myself in the south, in Jubaland state, which is one of the drought-affected states, and I've witnessed emaciated animals, livestock markets pretty much empty. People have no livestock to sell. Either the livestock have died or they're just simply in such a poor condition that their value in the market would be near to zero. So pretty grim picture, really. I've seen burkhards, those water collection reservoir that have been built by the communities, all have dried out. So as I said, the situation looks pretty grim, very similar to what we had observed in 2016 and 2017, which was one of the major droughts.
And as you say, a very grim picture indeed, but one that is not entirely new to Somalia. It's clear, however, that the country lacks the resources to adequately respond to this perennial problem of drought. But what about the international community? Is there a sense that they've failed Somalia to some extent?
I think we learned a lot during the 2017 drought, and one of the big lessons we've learned was that anticipatory action, early response is very much key to avoid or to mitigate the impact of the drought. So I wouldn't say that the international community hasn't done enough, but yes, there is certainly more we could be doing with additional funds. I mean, if we are looking at the humanitarian response plan issued by the United Nations, the current funding is fairly low, and certainly FAO and other UN agencies could be doing more with additional funds.